And when you look around the internet, it doesn't matter if you Google it, if you look on YouTube or whatever, you come across, or at least I came across, a lot of cancer fakes. So what is a cancer fake? It's a person who pretends to have cancer, who tells everybody that they have cancer. And yeah, this is what they do. They tell everybody to have cancer, but they don't. They are totally healthy. They do not have cancer at all, but they tell everybody that they have cancer. So some write books about nutrition. They say, I overcame my cancer. I'm healed. Because I ate, 24 hours a day, I ate broccoli, or I ate lettuce. I don't know, whatever. So they give like instructions and they write cooking books, I don't know what, and they publish it. And many other cancer patients, unfortunately, I have to say, people who really have cancer go for it because they want to, they want to hang on to their lives, and they think that, oh, look at this person. He or she overcame cancer because he ate broccoli 24 hours a day. So if I do the same, so I'm going to be healed too. And so people, these cancer fakes, they make a lot of money. Many of them make a lot of money with their publications. And at the same time, other people who do have cancer give up, for instance, their own chemotherapy, their own cancer treatment, in order to go after this cancer fake. Of course, they don't know that it's a fake, but they go after this because they think, when I eat broccoli, when I have only apples, or I don't know, when I drink water, and so I'm healed. So at the same moment, these cancer fakes are actually guilty of keeping other real cancer patients away from chemotherapy or from whatever treatment that could help them. And these fakes publish whatever they want, and people go for it. So if you look around the internet, so you see that such fakes make a lot of money with their publications, books, ebooks, whatever, you name it. And they earn hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars by pretending, that they had cancer and they are healed. And they tell the weirdest stories. And I was thinking, I didn't expect this, that such people exist. So I was very surprised because I do have cancer. Don't be afraid. I'm not selling any books. I'm not healed. And I didn't choose to have cancer. I didn't wake up one morning and thought, what could I have today? I didn't. It came by surprise, as probably for most people. So I was thinking, why there are people who pretend to have cancer, who tell everybody, even their family, their own family and friends, close friends, that they have cancer. Why would someone do this? With me, it's the opposite. I have it and I don't want it. I want it to go away. So if any cancer fake here is listening and wants my cancer, please feel free. You can have it. I'm willing to give it over to you right now because I don't want it. And I wish you all the best with it. But why do people do this? Here in Israel, where I live, in Jerusalem, not in Jerusalem, but in Israel, I looked on Facebook and I found people here who pretend to have any illness. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be cancer. I'm sure they also told people or tried to get any doctor to get them into cancer or whatever, to diagnose them. But some people here want financial benefits. There's something called here in Israel Bituach Leumi, the national insurance. And when you are a cancer patient, you get, for instance, disability money. If you're on treatment, you have to be on treatment. If you have cancer, there are many people who have cancer, but the cancer doesn't grow. There are tumors, but it doesn't grow, it doesn't spread. So they can work. They are not on any treatment because the tumors don't move. They remain the same. And so they are not on any treatment. I wish I were like that. So they can work. So they do not get disability money. But if you're on treatment like me, I underwent 3 different chemotherapies within the past 2 years. Tomorrow I'm having an extensive PET scan, if you know what that is, because I'm undergoing surgery either this month or the beginning of August, the beginning of next month. Everything is in preparation. And so I'm on heavy duty treatment. I'm undergoing a lot. And when you have all these needles poked into you, knives coming, because my second heavy-duty stomach surgery is coming up within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And tomorrow I'm getting another IV for the scan, and here and there, and I had a stand and between my liver and my bladder, and I had and I got a port. If you know chemotherapy, you know what a port is. It's been planted in here on your upper part of the body. So you undergo a lot. I lost my hair. I got used to that. This is, losing the hair is not such a big issue compared to all the other things you have to undergo, like fatigue. And thanks God I didn't vomit because I have medication and everything, but I feel weak. I can't really plan anything to go out, even to go for a walk. I always have to see how I feel. And sometimes I just feel like sitting on a chair and not moving because I'm weak, I'm out of energy, I'm anything. So this is what you have to deal with. And of course, it has certain maybe financially advantages, but I don't really use this. I, for instance, have a disability card from the national insurance. I could go to any museum all over the world. Actually, it's international. To any museum, to any, to the movies, to anything. I could show my card and I would pay half price. I've never done this. I've got this card like 2 years ago. I've never done anything with this card because of fatigue, of chemo treatments, of anything. And now the next surgery is coming up. So I was asking myself, I don't want this because I'm sick of treatments. I'm so sick of feeling like nothing, of not having energy, not having a real day. I can't go out when I want. I can't go even to the closest supermarket many times. So I have to ask friends. And you know what? I'm sick of needles. I'm sick of knives. I'm sick of all the medical torture instruments. And I just want to get rid of it. I just want to be a normal person. I want to have a normal life. Sometimes I'm sitting and I'm thinking how great it would be to have just one day without this illness. Like you get up in the morning and you feel full of energy and you can do whatever you want. You don't have any limitations. My limitation is, I go out into the street, or sometimes I'm just taking down the trash into the trash can outside. Right in front of our house is a trash can. And when I come upstairs, I live on the first floor. I'm exhausted. I have to sit. And when I go somewhere, I have to sit on benches all the time to rest. So I'm thinking if I just had one normal day where I could just be like a normal, healthy person. This is my dream. I don't want want to win the lottery. I can't because I'm not participating. So, but you know what? I don't want anything. I just want a normal, healthy day. Just one. To see how it is, to feel free like a normal person, like a healthy person, and not having all these issues. And so I can't understand people who fake an illness. It doesn't matter what illness. People also fake other illnesses, like they say probably they have a brain tumor and they don't, or whatever they fake. And I don't think it's always the money. Of course, in many cases it is the money, but I think that many people just want attention. When I say I'm sick, I'm not. I'm not walking around, I'm not going out in the street and say, hello, I've got cancer. But many people are looking for attention. I look for the opposite. I want actually people to leave me alone. But many people are looking for attention. This is my explanation. And of course, it has financial issues. And as I said, people, they ask for money. I'm talking about the fakes now, the cancer fakes, people who say they have cancer, but they don't. They are asking for money on the internet, and they get a lot of donations. And this is really disgusting because, you have many real cancer patients who are in need, who are in financial need and deserve some donations. And these fakes, they're destroying the entire reputation. And, it's just disgusting, just in order to collect money, to have a good life by pretending or by claiming that they have cancer and that they are in such a bad shape and whatever. If I met such a person, I know how to, when I meet someone else with cancer, I'm not testing anybody, but, I would find out because of hospital issues, treatment issues, I'm not specialist. I'm not a cancer specialist. I'm far from it, but I know how to ask questions and I know what it's like. I was diagnosed with what's called leiomyosarcoma almost 3 years ago. I had big surgery 3 years ago in October, and I had a 6 kilo sarcoma tumor taken out of my body, out of my stomach. And now I'm facing another surgery because I have 2 more stomach tumors on my right side of the stomach. And tomorrow I have to undergo this PET scan in order to see what kind of damage these 2 tumors may have caused. One is wrapped around the intestines, so there has to be probably a resection. And hopefully it's not wrapped around the stomach and the liver. Otherwise, there are also parts that may be cut out. I don't know yet. So I'm having this scan tomorrow, and next week I'm having an appointment with my surgeon, and we're gonna discuss surgery. It's very hard to describe cancer to someone who doesn't have it. But you can't just say cancer is cancer, because there are many, many hundreds, I don't know how many hundreds, different kinds of cancer. And when someone is telling you, let's say, I ate broccoli and I was healed, it's hard to believe, but let's assume something, okay? So you cannot, or you shouldn't believe that if someone was really healed by eating whatever, that the same is going to happen to you, because every cancer is different. I have sarcoma cancer, others have breast cancer, lung cancer, intestine cancer, pancreatic cancer, anything. And every kind of cancer is different, and it's being treated differently. And every tumor is different. Like I have, as I said, 2 stomach tumors at the moment. And one was actually with my second chemotherapy. It was shrinking. A smaller one was shrinking, and the larger one wasn't growing, but it remained its size. But it also, let's say, a few tiny millimeters, it grew. So when you undergo, let's say you're undergoing chemotherapy, and you have 2 tumors, 3, whatever, it doesn't mean that the chemotherapy makes every tumor you have shrink or disappear. Some tumors may shrink or really disappear. It also has happened to me in the past. And some tumors, they are just laughing about chemotherapy. They're just laughing and keep on growing. You have to understand, as I said, there are many different kinds of cancers. Cancer is not just cancer, and tumor is not just tumor, because they have they consist of different hormones, different whatever consistencies, whatever there's inside, and every tumor reacts differently. So this is what you really have to understand. And then you do understand that, you can have a healthy lifestyle. Let's say you eat healthy. I eat healthy many times, and sometimes I eat a chocolate. Or, I also have potato chips. And I also sometimes I eat sausages with ketchup, hot dogs with ketchup. I mostly eat healthy, but sometimes I just, I also, every other month, I have maybe a bottle of Coke or something. I'm not keeping this very strict diet so that, I don't know, that, I'm telling myself that I also want to enjoy life and not having restrictions, not only following restrictions and making myself miserable. I don't want this misery in my life. And so I have to have something pleasant. Hi, Ollie. There's someone German in the chat. Yeah, and it's, I keep a normal lifestyle. I try to have a normal lifestyle. I'm very afraid of now going into surgery. And there is a lot of bureaucracy to do beforehand. There's a lot of bureaucracy to do with the healthcare and the health insurance, you name it. And it's not that easy. But, I just can't understand people who pretend to have any illness. It doesn't have to be cancer, just in order to get attention, to get money out of it. In most cases, I suppose it's money. And to betray other people and to lie to other people. This is just, with me, it's just the opposite. I would be so happy if I didn't have cancer, if I could have a normal life. And others, it seems like they really want it, or at least they say they have it. And, this seems just so ridiculous to me. And I don't know what's going on in the brains of such people. They are probably mentally challenged also, or I don't know what. But people who really have cancer and who are undergoing treatment, they are not happy like me. There's a lot of anxiety going on. A lot of anxiety, not because of, I may be dead or something. I don't think about dying. Sometimes I think, I don't want to sound suicidal, but sometimes I think, all this treatment, all this undergoing treatment is going so much on my nerves, and pain here and pain there and needle and knife. And I don't look at all these torture instruments. I avoid looking so that I don't see it. But, sometimes I think that once I said to someone at the hospital, at the oncology, I said, I'm not afraid of dying, but I'm more afraid of the way there to die because of all these treatments, I think for me, the treatments are the worst. I do understand that they are necessary, that people like doctors and nurses just want to help you. But, it's not easy, and I'm very afraid of injections and needles, and, an IV is already like making me very nervous, and I get one tomorrow. And sometimes I think that it's easier to die than undergoing all these treatments, if you know what I mean. And as I said, this is not suicidal or anything. But undergoing treatments, at least for me, it's very hard. Others may take it easier. I don't. And this is why I can't understand why people would want the illness. Like a friend of mine said, she said, these people, these cancer fakes, they don't want the illness itself, but they want the advantages, like financial benefits, attention, as I said, I don't know any other reasons I can think of. But she said they don't want, they want a normal life, they want the money, but they don't want to undergo what you are undergoing with all the treatments and knives and, as I said, medical torture instruments. They don't want this. They just want to cash in. So, I don't know. Maybe you let me know what you think. And I just find it disgusting because it's ruining a lot of reputations of real cancer patients. Because you don't, as an outsider, suddenly, you come across all these fakes and you don't know who you can trust anymore. Is he telling the truth? Is she lying? Whatever. But, it's not so easy. But I hope you're not going for it. If someone tells you, I ate broccoli like 24 hours a day and I'm healed, hello, don't go for it. Always, when you have cancer, talk to your oncologist, talk to your medical staff at your oncology at the hospital, and talk to professional people, such as doctors and nurses who know their job. And don't listen to any, I don't know what people tell you. If you sniff on a certain flower or something, you may be healed, which is impossible. You know what? My tumors would just be laughing their guts out if I sniffed on a flower or something. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. And I hope I have encouraged you a little not to go for the fakes. And to the fakes, I can only say that it's really disgusting, and that you really have, you have no clue what it really means to have cancer and what it means to be sick and to undergo this. And it's a pity because many people are dying from this. And then you have these criminal cancer fakes trying to get any advantage out of this, and especially financially. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and maybe let me know your opinion, and if you really think that eating broccoli may help you. Well, I wish you all the best if you do, if you do think this way. Okay, have a nice day, and let us all be well.